How diddly and how do there, folks? It is BearWayne here of Outlaws and Outbursts. Today we are selling our MC businesses.
Good, boss.
Let's try to make that money today. Let's try to move this product. I normally go one after the other, so remember to set your invite-only lobby, and let's get this party started. First we're going to do our Acid Lab sale. Then we're going to move on to our Coca-Cola, our Heisenberg, Counterfeit Cash, Bunker, Pot Farm, and Nightclub Warehouse. At the end, I'll have a running total for you guys, and if you link that up with our passive income loop that I did in a previous video, it nets you a pretty good chunk of change. So let's get to it, let's move forward and see how much we get. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to meander our way down here to the freak shop. Let's drive over there, get in the truck, and start this thing off.
Okay, so this buyer wants us to make the drop at the top of a parking garage. We're supposed to leave the package in the trunk of a Washington he left up there. Guy seems kind of paranoid to me, but hey, I don't judge. Maybe they're really after him. You should have the location now.
Alright, let's get to the parking garage and have us some fun with the cronies. It wouldn't be Outlaws and Outbursts with just a little bit of anarchy, right? Let's fix ourselves up right here, a little bit of sticky bomb, and get to some action. One for you. Another one for you. Another one for you over here. I bet this guy would like some. Oh, you're definitely looking for an order of sticky bomb, aren't you? Look at this, we're going and having a sale. Everybody gets a bomb. Sorry, gotta go. Official GTA business. Whew, that was a close one. Now we're gonna sit here. Alright, time to go make our delivery. Alright guys, let's get into the truck, get this thing delivered. Alright. Man, that took a while. But we are done. We received a total of $351,840 for that
gave me
run.
a weird vibe from the start, but I don't like to judge, you know? I gotta get more paranoid.
Alright, next one up is for all you snowbirds. We're gonna get in here, go in the building, and start selling this off. We'll do the first run, show you how to do it, and then move from there.
We selling? Huh? Okay. The buyer wants it airdropped. The product's loaded and waiting at the helipad.
Alright, this cell mission involves 3 helicopters. You gotta drop 5 packages from each helicopter to get the full amount. Let's do it. I'm gonna show you the pathway here. I'll do the first one, and then we'll move on from there. Alright, first one. And here's the second one. Alright, coming up to the third one now. Alright, the fourth one. Fifth and final. Alright, on to the very last drop now. And we gained $525,000 for that sale. Let's move on. Next up is Heisenberg. Let's go visit him and start this sale off. Like before, I'm gonna take you through the first one, and we're gonna just jump till the very ending.
Alright, these drops are only accessible by seaplane. Products loaded up and ready to go when you are.
Get in the plane, get in the plane. First one. Second one. Third one. Fourth one coming up now. Fifth and final one of the first run. I'm going to do the other two and I'll get back to you. Alright, we're approaching our last drop. Alright, we did it. And we got $446,250. Let's move on to the counterfeit cash next. Same MO as before, we'll run through the first one, and then we'll skip to the last one and see how much we made.
It's sale day! Okay, we're throwing this stuff out with the trash. To pick up the product and get it to the drops.
Alright, here's the first one. Second one. Third. Fourth.
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help?
Small side note before we get to the fifth. I use
Thank
the
you,
buzzer
sir.
to get
Your
back
spectacular
and forth
aircraft is now
between
ready for you
trucks,
at our nearest
just to make it
airfield.
quicker. If you can get your hands on one, I strongly suggest it. It makes this tons easier. Alright, let's let off this last load. Get to the Christmas trees. This load netted us $496,140. Alright, here we are at the Christmas tree factory. We're going to get ready, do the first run through, and then do the final run through and see what we get. Twice as nice, 2 times slow. Here we go. First one. Second one. Third one. Fourth. And a very sketchy fifth. I'd say the buzzard or the oppressor make it pretty quick to get back to your original spot. Alright, last one. What we got for this is 425 to 8. Alright, bunkers up next. It glitched a little bit and had me bring each of the trucks one at a time to the location before I had to fight Merryweather. Normally, it's drop one truck off, fight them, go pick up another truck, fight them, and it's over and done with rather quick. This was a challenge. I didn't fully make it. I got a total of 940,000 from it. You didn't see it or hear it, but I had so many outbursts up until this point. I deleted a lot of footage, but this is the ending of me kind of losing it, as you can see. Alright, on to the nightclub. Let's get this cell mission started. Alright, we'll do the 3 drops, and then we'll see you at the end. It's gonna be a good payday. Alright, we have made $1,118,295 from just this sale alone. Not a bad day. Grand totaling $4,302,805 for the day. Not bad. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time. Do me a favor, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.